Hey YouTube, today's project is to change the oil in my 2005 Dodge Dakota. Now I want to tell you a little bit about this truck as we do this oil change, because it's got quite the storied history.
So I bought this truck in 2005. I ordered it actually, like I said. And it's got about 140,000 miles on it. And I think it's now has a leaking rear main seal. So you got a wet, you're gonna see a wet transmission pan, and it looks like it's leaking up in here. You can see up in there. Anyway, one of its many problems. But at any rate, today's job is to change the oil. So there's the drain plug. Let's get that oil a-draining. So I always wanted a sort of mid-size pickup truck, and the Dakota seemed to fit the bill for that. I wanted an American-made pickup, and back in 2005, just so happens that I needed one. I needed a vehicle. And so I ordered a brand new 2005 Dodge Dakota. I think it's an SLT is what it was. And I like this multi-tool. And so I ordered this truck, I want to say probably in 2004, like December. So it took 6-8 weeks for him to come in back then, I think. And it came in February. And I got some oil to clean up now. But it came in, and it was just what I always wanted. 4-wheel drive, Dodge Dakota, flame red. Ran great, you know, 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty on it. And I thought to myself, this is perfect. You know, this is exactly what I always wanted. You know when you get something that you really always wanted, and you finally get it, and you're like really happy about it. So that's how the feeling was when I got this Dakota. And the truck, you know, overall the truck, you know, performed really well. I think with 140,000 miles on it, you know, I replaced the tires, I think, I want to say 4 times. This is the 4th set of tires on it. I've done, let's see, I think it's definitely the 2nd transmission in the truck. Had to have it rebuilt. I've put on struts in the front twice. I've put on new brake calipers once. I put new brake pads on multiple times. I put on front wheel hubs once. I've changed the shocks in the back twice. I think it's 2 times. As far as the engine goes, I've replaced the water pump twice. Oh, and ball joints. I've also done ball joints twice. So it's the 3rd set of ball joints on this thing. I think I've done 2 tie rods. Let's see. The radiator bracket that holds the radiator up has been replaced twice. I'll show you in a minute. I've also replaced the crossbar that's sort of part of that, part of the support for the radiator. I've only put on one muffler, one additional muffler for the car. Water pump. You know, there's been some small, like an EGR. I put like 3 EGR valves in this thing over the years. I think that's about it. I'll have to check my records, see if I'm leaving anything out. If I am, I'll insert it into the video. You know, there's been tune-ups and, you know, oil changes. The AC unit has never been replaced, the compressor or anything like that. I've had it charged like twice, I think. And then lately, the latest thing with it is it was just kind of like coming on, coming off, coming on, coming off. And a buddy of mine said, hey, why don't you just recharge it? So he recharged it, and then it was coming on, coming off again. And then this year, I've just been leaving it on. I just leave it on all the time. It comes on, you know, wintertime, everything. And it's been working fine. I don't think it's shut off once, it just stays on. So I think maybe those seals or something hadn't been used a lot. And I haven't been driving the truck a lot. I mean, I used it as a daily driver for years, up until I want to say 2021, and then I got another vehicle, so I just sort of, you know, used this for pickup truck jobs, you know, towing stuff. Towed a lot of stuff with it. That's what blew out the transmission the first time. Is the trailer got stuck in a rut in a field. And it was loaded, and I was backing up, trying to back it up, and all of a sudden I hear a pop, and yeah, that took care of the tranny on that. So that was, I think it was like $3,500, $4,000 to rebuild the transmission in this thing, and that was probably, and I've got, again, my records will show, but I think that was in like 2018, 2017, something like that. So, and it's had transmission fluid changed a few times, and that rear main seal that I just looked at, where everything's spraying the fuel or the transmission fluid back. Yeah, that's something I should probably do, but you know, I probably won't. So as far as rust goes, other than the bracket that holds up the radiator, it's been a pretty good truck as far as rust goes. I was just kind of looking at it to see the frame's a little rusty, but it's mainly surface rust. I just really like this truck. I just really like it. And people say, you know, why don't you get rid of it? Why don't you get rid of it? Why don't you get rid of it? Give a new truck or something. First of all, I can't afford a new truck. Okay, that's number one. And number two is, I just like this truck. I don't know why. I just really do. I like the size of it. It's easy to park in the garage. It's easy to maneuver around. It hauls everything or tows everything I need it to tow. The only time I might get another truck is if I needed to tow something that was a little bit heavier than what this tows. This truck will tow up to 7,500 pounds with the trailer, which, you know, that's a lot of weight for this thing, but it's what's rated for, and that's what I think that's what's rated for, and that's what I tow with it. 6,000 pounds, maybe 6,500 pounds, is the most I've ever had towing this thing. But moving the excavator I have around, or moving, you know, a bulldozer, those are like 14,000, 15,000 pounds plus the trailer. You know, I need a CDL license for that, and I don't have one. And so I usually just pay somebody to move it. But that would be the only reason I need a bigger truck, I think, to move that type of stuff. You know what else I like about this truck is it's easy to work on. You know? I mean, it's easy to get under. I got it jacked up a little bit today, but it's easy to get under. You know, everything's easily accessible. Oil changes are a breeze. I mean, the oil filter's right there, so there's nothing to get in that. I mean, with the right tires, it's great in the snow. You know, as far as driving in four-wheel drive, it's electronic four-wheel drive, which I was never crazy about electronic four-wheel drive. I was like manual, like I have a Jeep Wrangler, and that's, you know, manual mechanical. But knock on wood, oh yeah, that's another thing. So yeah, I know I should run a list somewhere in this video of all the things I've done on it. Yeah, the electronic gadgetry that engages the four-wheel drive electronically. Yeah, that went. I had to replace that. Let's see if we're going to be able to pull this off. I'm getting old. Oh, yeah. Okay. Can still do it. Got the engine running too, so nothing better than hot oil running down your arm. You know, if I had one thing I'd like to buy for maintenance purposes is a lift. And actually I built this garage for that very purpose. So it's got an extra high ceiling in here. Oh, so you can see there's part of our brand new bracket to support our radiator. So I just checked the parts department here, and we have 2 more Fram oil filters. So, and I'm pretty religious about changing the oil in this thing. I mean, every 3,000 miles, right? Something slightly before it, it gets, I love these gloves, huh? It gets its oil changed. So before you know it, although like I said, I'm not driving an awful lot anymore. Probably put maybe 3,000 miles on it a year now. By the way, this is the messiest oil change I think I've done in like forever. Tight. Oh, so let me show you the repair that I need to have made here. All this right here. What happens is it comes out off some forks here. Yeah, I'll call them forks. They come off the front and then they went right across. So I had to have basically the fork that's original. That's original. And then they had my guy weld in some plates here. This is a factory replacement piece, and then weld in some piece here. So now we've got everything back. Transmission cooled around when the transmission went. That's aftermarket. So this is good for another 139,000 miles, I guess. You wouldn't think it would rot out, right? I mean, really? I mean, I know it's 19 years old, but really? So this is the oil that I've been using, SuperTech 5W30. You know, I've seen some videos on it. You know, there's a couple of channels, I think, done some testing on it. Different recommended mileages, you know, 5,000, 10,000, 10,000 high mileage. And they seem to say it's pretty decent oil. I mean, it's comes with the certification right here. So, you know, I always heard that with that certification, then there shouldn't be any problem using the oil. And like I said, did a little bit of research, but I'd like to be interested to see what your comments are. If anybody's used this oil or had problems with it, let me know. Leave me a note in the comments. Put in our 6 quarts of SuperTech. So let's turn it over. Fill up our oil filter, and we'll test it again. See what we got for oil capacity. Purrs like a kitten, doesn't it? I'm telling you, I love this truck. I'm not happy with some of the things I had to do to repair it, but I definitely really like my truck. That's like full right on the money. Yeah, it's down a little bit. Yeah, it could use a little more. It does burn a little oil. right? Problem with Dodges, historically, is they always seem to rot out. Always had great heat, but they always seem to rot out. And the Dakota, how's that looking? Pretty close. Good on oil. So body integrity. Our clear is coming off there. We got some added ventilation here. And we got a little added ventilation there. Other than that, it's held up pretty well. So there you are. Our SuperTech oil and our Fram oil filter oil change in the 2005 19-year-old 139,000 and change Dodge Dakota SLT. Hey, hope you liked the video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Hey, answer, if you could, a couple of those questions I posed in the comments. I really appreciate that. And if you like the channel, please subscribe. We'd really appreciate that as well. So until next time, we'll see you later.